natural log of x over 2 square root of x. Okay, when I plug in, and I use quotation marks, so can't plug in infinity, what does this go to? What about the bottom? Infinity. And guys, sometimes the hardest part is figuring out what the indeterminate form is. That really is the hardest part for a lot of people. So take your time on that. So, LHopital's rule applies. So, h, limit, x goes to infinity. What is the derivative of the top? 1 over x. Now on the bottom, there's really 2x to the 1/2. So its derivative is x to the negative 1/2, which is 1 over square root of x.
Yes.
You with me there? What should I do here? KFC. So I end up getting limit x goes to infinity. You end up getting square root of x over x. Two things I can do here. If I plug in, what do I get?
Square root of infinity.
Well,
Yeah.
which is still infinity over infinity. So that didn't help me at all.
Well, isn't the top one a smaller infinity?
Yeah.
So what would your conclusion be there?
It's a little less than 1.
It does not even say over here, smaller infinity or larger infinity. It's still an indeterminate form. So wait, we did LHopital's rule. And notice I put an equals here. It does not have an h. You only put an h when you actually use the rule. Here I just cleaned up. Guess what? I can do it again. LHopital's rule, I can keep going. As long as it's still an indeterminate form, and I'm going to write over here, it's still infinity over infinity, correct? I can do LHopital's rule. It's actually sometimes in some books called the strong form. Strong form of LHopital's. If you do it again. I don't think your book calls it that, but sometimes it's called that. So, limit. X goes to infinity. The top, that's x to the 1/2. So its derivative is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. So 1 over 2 square root of x. What's the derivative of the bottom? 1. Okay, can I plug in now?
Yeah. No. Yeah, you can.
This is where people get hesitant here. We get all the way down here, and then our conclusion must be right. The top is 1. It's no longer infinity. It's no longer an indeterminate form. Right? So as the bottom gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the whole thing smaller and smaller and smaller. So my answer is 0.
So when we circle, do we circle just the 0, or are we supposed to circle the whole?
Just the 0. That's my answer. My answer is 0. Do not drop your limit. Do not drop your limit. Talked about that in chapter 2.
You gotta push your limit.
So in this case, 0 over or infinity over infinity is 0. Question?